Hi everyone, Jamie Vaughn here for Singing News, and I am here with the unbelievably talented Ernie Haase.
Hey,
Hey, how
I
are
was
you?
getting ready to look over my shoulder and say, who's she introducing? It's good
And
to see you,
good to see
Jamie.
you too. And I am so excited to be here to talk to you about A Jazzy Little
Yeah,
Christmas.
we're excited.
It just feels like a warm hug or a Hallmark movie or hot chocolate kind of all
Yay!
mixed together.
Yay,
Yeah.
that's what we wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind it?
You know what? Let me like rewind like 12 years. We did
Okay.
our last Christmas record was like 2008,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was that Southern gospel, big ending,
Mm-hmm.
loud, and so we went to a Christmas party with some friends, and they were determined to play our new Christmas record at that party.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my wife and I said, "It's aggravating to me to death." So it works good in concert. So that's where it started with
Okay.
me. 12 years ago, I told her then, and I told my producer Wayne Hahn, I said, well, the next Christmas record I do is going to be intentionally intimate.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if it's a 1,000-seat room
Mm-hmm.
or a 20 by 20 room like this, we can perform.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where it was started with me. And I'm a big fan of jazz music. I'm a big fan of the Four Freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to Christmas music, I always gravitate towards the 40s and the 50s
Mm-hmm.
recordings
Mm-hmm.
of the Dean Martins
Yep.
and Tony Bennett
Mm-hmm.
and Frank Sinatra. So that's how it all started with me, and I kept that dream in my mind and in my heart. We were in New York City, and we went to a jazz club, and just to see this three-piece jazz band play,
Mm-hmm.
and the piano player played for Tony Bennett, and so I've probably seen him because I've seen Tony
Right.
Bennett 3 different times.
Yeah.
And after it was over with, it was like a Southern gospel concert. They would just stand around talking, so we just started talking,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, and our producer said, Wayne, he says, well, this is Ernie, and he has a quartet. And he's kind of like, well, I kind of know about that. So I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, would you like to work together? He said, absolutely. So all of our records have been recorded in Nashville, and the musicians here are great.
Right.
But to make it authentic, that was the nexus. That was what I was waiting for, that door to open.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was 12 years of thinking and dreaming, and then when he said, yeah, let's collaborate.
And that's Billy Stritch.
Billy Stritch. So we
Yes.
went to New York last summer,
Mm-hmm.
and we recorded all the tracks in New York with his three-piece jazz band
Mm-hmm.
in a little tiny room just like this with
Right.
an open mic, no click track or
Oh,
anything.
wow.
And then he guided it, and then we tried to sing what he played because
Mm-hmm.
it was authentic. And so that's how Jazzy Little Christmas was born.
Well, I can tell you my favorite Christmas memories are my parents allowing me to play the vinyl records.
Yes.
And it was Frank Sinatra
It
and
was.
Dean Martin and Andy Williams and
Mm-hmm.
Tony Bennett and Elvis and you name
Yeah.
it. And as soon as I heard the first note of this album, all those memories came flooding back. And I picked up the phone and I'm like, Mom, you have to listen to this album. It reminds me of my childhood so much.
Oh, that's so good to hear,
Yeah, it
Jamie.
was great. It's an amazing album, and it hasn't left my car in a week.
Thank
So you're
you.
welcome.
Well, you would be, you probably don't know this, we did a limited edition vinyl pressing.
Did you?
Yeah,
I will have to go get it.
I'll get you one.
Okay,
I'll get
absolutely.
your mom one.
Thank you.
I never quit listening to vinyl. So,
Mm-hmm.
so when that record was finished, I told the guys, I said, I don't even know if anybody presses vinyl anymore. I don't even know
Oh,
anything
yes, they
about
do.
it.
Yes.
So I found out there's just a subculture of all these cool cats that, they don't listen to digital.
Right.
They're all about vinyl. And so we found a company in Asheville, North Carolina, and they did a great job in the artwork. The album, you pull it out, it's not black. They did it in a smoky gray. I mean, it's just, we went all out
Yeah.
on this because honestly, I don't know if I'll ever need to record another Christmas record. This is one.
Oh, I hope you do though.
I hope we do a Jazzy Little Christmas too, but I just want to make that one record that maybe long after I'm gone, people are still pulling out and
Right.
saying, "This reminds me of the holidays."
So, what is your favorite song on the album?
Oh wow! Well, we did 14 songs, and so there's only 3 original, and so they're all classics, whether they be sacred or holiday. We try to give them their own interpretation. We didn't try to copy anybody. So the first one that comes to my mind is "We Three Kings." That came out so well, and then the history behind the song. It was written by a man who was studying to be a lawyer but decided to be an Episcopal priest. And so there in New York City he wrote, and this was like 150 years ago, he wrote what they call the first American Christmas Carol. Everything else before that was from the old world. And so that's one of my favorites off the record. And then, of course, there's fun things. But if I had to nail it down to one, it would be Christmas in Manhattan.
I love that song.
That was a song I co-wrote with Wayne Hahn and Joel Lindsay. So Lisa and I, we've been married this December, will be 29 years. And right after we got married, we started our little tradition where we would go after Thanksgiving to New York, and we'd do a Broadway blitz. And we just take in musicals and food. That's all we would do, and then take in the lights of the city. So I told them, I said, I want to write a love song, a Christmas love song about that experience. And so Christmas in Manhattan is a love story, hopefully that everybody can see themselves in.
And you're going on tour now.
We are. So when we leave this room, we'll take off. We do our first Christmas concert at the Villages in Florida.
Okay.
We'll have those hot red velvet jackets on, but it'll be too hot to wear.
Well,
but we're
they
going
have air conditioning, so
I
that's
hope
what's
they
great
have it
about
on.
Florida.
I hope they have it on. And then we go to San Diego and we do a Mexican Riviera cruise. We come off that cruise and we're right back into the Christmas tour.
And where can people find out about the tour?
But that would be the easiest way to do that is my website. It's just erniehaase.com. And still yet, I have to spell my last name because it's not anyway the way it sounds. It's H-A-A, 2 A's, S-E. And you can find all of our tour dates there. Yeah.
And Ernie, you were doing something very special with the proceeds this year for this album.
Yeah, so that New York theme keeps coming through. So we I think it was about 2 years ago, we helped record a record called The Unfinished Songs of Fanny Crosby. You know, and so there's that New York theme there, and we kind of did some things with the Bowery Mission there. So we were just talking about this record and said, you know, what can we do? How can we make an offering out of this more than just saying, here's our CD, buy it. And our publicist, Scott Atkins, said there's a place in New York called New York Cares, and it's a Winter Wish program for people who are either sick or don't have the funds to make it a fun and festive Christmas. And so I don't make any unilateral decisions. I ran it past my wife and family and some friends, and there wasn't a sell on that. It was something that we just felt like we were connected to. And so we hope, we're not here to shout out, look what we're doing. We're here to shout out, look what they're doing.
Right.
And hopefully in this partnership together, which we're honored to partner with them, we can spread a little cheer this Christmas.
I'd love to hear what your favorite Christmas memory is.
Woo-hoo. You know what? I've been blessed. I'll be 55 this December. I will have spent 32 years touring in a gospel quartet, singing all over the world. So, you know, God has blessed me, but maybe it's because I appreciate it because I remember the lean years. I remember when I was 7, 8, 9, my dad would always get laid off, and we'd be on food stamps, government cheese, and butter, and all that stuff, and he'd have to go away and work, and we just didn't see him much. So one Christmas he was in New York. Here's that New York theme again.
Right.
He was in New York working on the renovation of the JFK airport. So he wasn't going to be home for Christmas. He didn't have time off. I think he didn't even have 48 hours. He borrowed a car, and he drove all night, walked in the door, spent 2 or 3 hours, and drove all the way back. And I remember when he walked in the door, I was probably 7. I remember turning around and just shocked, and I just started bawling, crying. I ran and jumped in his arms, and that's why when I see video of soldiers coming home and surprising their family, I kind of relive all of that.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I've been blessed. I've given gifts, received gifts, but the greatest gift wasn't anything material or garment. I'm sure we received something that year.
Right.
I don't remember. I just remember Daddy came home to see us, and then I'm sure we gave him a gift, but he didn't come home for the gifts. He came home for us.
Right.
So I got a lot of memories, but that was going to be hard to beat there.
Oh my gosh, you made me cry. Thank you so much, Ernie. And
my
everybody, go and pick up this album. It's out now. You can get it wherever music is sold, or also on all streaming services, or you can download the songs at Apple or Spotify, any of those places. And it's a jazzy little Christmas out now. Thank you, Ernie, so much.
Thank you for interviewing me, and God bless you, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.